podcast. Today we have
Sally.
Sally's back.
Yeah.
Liam's back.
He never left.
Never left before. I've been in all three of
I'll
them.
be back. And we've got a new one.
Beth.
Hello, Beth.
Woo!
You've got a blog, haven't you? Have you got a blog?
Nah, I'm doing a
Have
website.
Oh.
you got a website?
Yeah, I'm just currently setting it up. It isn't published yet.
Oh, I was going to say I'd have linked it, but that's fine. That's all right. You can jump in any time you want, like any podcasts and stuff.
Feel free.
Yay.
So,
Loads of news to talk about. Firstly, we'll go over what we've done and watched and stuff this week. You want to start, Sally? Want to go over? Have you done anything this week?
Oh, I went to see Mockingjay.
aye.
I
Did
thought
you
it was
now?
really good. Yeah, I really liked it. I don't really understand why people are saying that they didn't like it though, because I think people are complaining, oh, there's no action, but there is. There's just a lot of story as well. And I think,
Story, though?
yeah, I prefer story. So people who've read the books are like, oh my god, this is exactly how it is. It's perfect. It's amazing. And then people who haven't are like, I don't care about the cat.
Setting up the
I'm
action.
still waiting to read the books. I've never had the
Setting up
time.
the action for the next film, really, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, but it's
Well, it's what they're doing
in
with
its
Harry
own,
Potter,
in
isn't
its
it?
own right. I think it's a good film, so I'd go and see it again.
I like the other two. I want to see this
Yeah.
one. I'll probably see it.
Good.
I think I'm going to get a
Trailer
cinema
makes it
card,
look
to be
good.
honest, because there's so many films coming out.
Oh, yes.
Try and get like a
so
film
many
day, so-
films.
There is.
There
I
is.
mean,
It's ridiculous.
Next year, like, you know, I feel like I'm back in the early 90s. New Jurassic Park, new Terminator,
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars!
So like, you know, late 70s as well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but if
Or
you go
late
by the
90s.
newer ones, the first episode came out in 99.
Well, yeah,
We're
but
back
you
in
know,
90s.
Yeah.
we're still in the 90s, anyhow.
So you liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I'll see it. I tend to wait till they come out on Blu-ray then, though. But I'll try and get to it. But there's quite a few films at the cinema I want to see at the minute.
Oh,
Fury, Paddington.
Oh,
Five
well,
Fantasy.
I'm going to see that in a couple of weeks,
Are you?
actually. Yeah, going with the family.
I don't see what they could do with Paddington now.
Ah,
The trailer
no,
looked class.
If you actually watch the trailer, the story is Nicole Kidman's character wants Paddington, and she wants to basically, do you know taxidermy? She wants to stuff him and keep him in like a little box.
Oh,
Exactly.
I
It's
thought this was
fucked
going to
up.
go on
That's like my childhood getting like stuffed.
No, I want to see it.
It
I
looks
kind of
so-
feel it might have
Nicole
a...
Kidman
Well, it's
doesn't
not
seem
Ted. It's not as
evil
bad
enough
as
to
Ted,
do
is
that.
it?
No. Oh god. Ted's like
We should
the
do a
adult
Ted versus
version.
Paddington film.
Oh, God.
We should
Liam's
do
just
that,
he doesn't
apparently.
think that Nicole Kidman is evil enough.
She shouldn't look evil
Ah.
enough. She shouldn't look the part. I mean, I don't think so anyway.
Well,
Have you not
Wait
watched
till you've
The
seen the
Golden
film. Yeah,
Compass?
I have watched The Golden Compass.
She is a
It's-
fucking bitch in that.
She's evil.
I'll get to see. What, have you watched anything?
Yeah, really. Mostly like looking into like what's coming out soon. Obviously, like we mentioned, you know.
Yeah. You've not watched any films this week?
Nah.
Played any
but
games?
I've played a few, but they're generally just the same ones. I'm looking to like I might like wait until might next year get like a new console. I might get the. I'm not sure whether I'll
Get
get
with
the
the
Xbox.
times.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll get the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4.
PlayStation.
Well,
We just got the PlayStation.
ooh.
To be fair, they're both good
Console
machines.
war.
But we got the PlayStation and Grand Theft Auto came with it.
Right.
The new one. I turned around and said, that is getting gone.
Was this in the Black Friday sales and stuff?
Nah,
Those are
we got it
ridiculous
before.
prices.
Sure as
My
hell.
man showed me box. I'm like, no one's playing that game in this house, I swear. It'll fucking kill anyone
Grand
that plays
Theft
that.
Auto?
Yeah.
Why?
Grand Theft Auto 5, it's all controversial at the moment, isn't it?
Oh,
Ah,
the
it's
whole
always
Australia's
controversial.
taken it off the shelves.
Have they?
Target or something.
My mum, once I
Oh,
told her what
supermarket in
had happened,
Australia.
she was like, yeah, I'm getting
Yeah,
rid of
because
it.
it's sexist or something. But
But
it's,
the thing is-
It's Grand Theft Auto. You
But the
couldn't-
thing
you
is, my
couldn't
sister-
expect that from
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But my sister's the only one in the house that'll play on games on the PlayStation. My dad never has the time.
Right.
My sister's only 12.
But it's not sexist to women. It's just
It's
as
not
much
the
as it is to
sexism,
men.
it's the violence and stuff.
I'm
Well,
assuming
there
it's
is
only.
violence in it. Yeah.
But she's only 12, I'm like, yeah.
I don't see how it is
12-year-old.
sexist.
Right. Well, that's fair enough.
I'm like, I'm not
I
my
don't see
sister
how it's
exposed to
sexist.
that.
I don't.
It just has strippers in it.
That's it.
Exactly. What a great role model for my sister.
Isn't it? Yeah. No, I wouldn't play it.
Ridicules a lot of men too, but like I don't care. I don't. Like, you know, you got
I used to look at it
Laszlo,
for
the
a case
broken
study
down
last year for
guy.
media and I didn't like it.
People always tend to look at that game, don't they?
Because there's so many things in it that you could look at and think,
Yeah.
that's awful, that's terrible.
I personally
At
think
the
my
end of the
media
day,
teacher just
it's-
wanted to play it.
Yeah, it's a game, and like you know what to expect from Grand Theft Auto. Like, you're going to get...
It's got an 18 badge stuck on the front of it.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to get, like, people fighting and dragging people out the cars and smashing them on the floor. That's the fun of it.
So the only people who should be playing it are people over 18.
Yes.
And they should
Otherwise
know what to expect.
People who aren't hypersensitive. People who aren't hypersensitive. Like,
I'm very sensitive.
That offends me.
I've just been playing through it, actually. I've just done the torture scene. Have you seen the torture scene?
I missed that, thankfully, when we looked at it. And I was so glad.
But it's nothing that you haven't seen in films and stuff.
It's because it's a video game. It's like it's like you don't look at it like, oh, look at that's cringeworthy. That like it's looks painful. Like, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I get too much amusement out of using those crocodile clips, and it's like on separate.
You literally have to get information.
You keep like swapping them around on like.
You choose what tools you want to use. You've got like electric, stick on his nipples. Petrol over the face.
You get the clamps where you can pull out one of his teeth.
Oh, that's the nasty one.
That's the one that's
proper. Like, you have to turn the joystick to kind of jiggle it out.
The greatest one though is with the car battery, and you just. It's fun when you just keep climbing on like separate nipples over and over again. It's funny because it's
fun to torture.
The animation.
Today we've learned that Liam likes to torture people.
Yes, that's
he finds it fun.
Yes,
and
I am
going
obviously
to
so
edge
sadistic
away.
and evil. You know, yeah.
I've always thought that about you, Liam.
Yeah, I got much enjoyment out of that sort of thing.
Have you watched anything?
I've watched a few films on Netflix.
There's
a film called Exam, which is a thriller.
It's called what?
Exam. So weird. I got so confused, and I'm sat there watching it. I'm like, it's a British independent one. And I'm sat there, I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
What's it about, like?
It's 8 candidates to go for a job, and they're basically being given like an exam to do with no question. Exactly. They're left to figure out the question. And you don't know the question until literally the last 3 minutes. I'm like, really?
I don't get it. Like, what? It's like they're just locked in a room for a long time, and then it's just like.
But
by the way, question.
One of the guys dies.
As they do.
A few of them get dragged out the room for doing stuff. It's weird.
Like what?
Destroying the paper. They're not allowed to destroy their paper. They're not allowed to do anything to their paper.
Really?
So when the first person gets removed, they start using her paper to get around it. And they didn't really need to do much. It was pretty easy. Because halfway through the film, they're given the answer.
Doesn't sound too hard. It's just all you need is patience.
Yeah.
It's like...
It was a good film.
I'd
been told to watch it by a friend, so I watched that. I watched Catching Fire with my sister. And a film called LOL, which is a Miley Cyrus one.
Oh yeah. I always see that in as adverts before before films on DVD, and I'm like, what is this? It's the longest trailer for, and it literally tells like exactly everything that's going to happen in the trailer. Presumably, because I don't know if the film was any good, but
it's actually surprisingly good.
Is this before she lost her mind and stuff? This is when
it was sort of like just before.
Right. Okay.
Where she started to be like a bad girl.
So you had the last song,
right?
Then LOL, and then So Undercover, and then she just like boom. Downhill.
Wow, such Britney
So Undercover,
Spears.
I know the one you mean there. I haven't watched it yet. I know the film though.
She's just trying to be the new Britney Spears. Like,
I don't think she's trying to be the new Britney Spears.
No. Well, she did exactly the same thing.
She cut her hair for charity. Like, she gave her hair.
Britney Spears cut her hair for insanity.
Britney Spears cut her hair because she was having like a mental breakdown. Miley Cyrus cut her hair to give to kids so that they could have.
And she's maintained side short hair.
Yeah, but because maybe she doesn't want it to be like a bob. Like maybe she likes having short hair.
So I don't think
she's gone.
She's got loop like people.
I think she just wants to be an adult and do
that's
like
it. Celebrities are hidden, aren't they?
She's trying to like shove it down people's throats.
She's not though.
She always said
it's the media that's doing that. The media's saying like, "Oh, look at Miley. She's sat on a wrecking ball. How rude." But like, if you look at things like Lady Gaga and stuff, like that's the same, if not worse. And everyone's like, "Wow, she's an inspiration." If the media had said Miley Cyrus is an inspiration, everyone would be saying it like, wow, yeah, she's amazing.
But the reason they're going after it is because of the whole Disney career.
Well, no, Disney she's not, because Madonna never got like a bum out in a thong in a like music video, did she? Yeah, like the other week.
No, like she's done it before as well, but you know. Anywho.
Anyway, I watched Predestination, which neither any of you have seen, have you?
No.
Predestination?
It is. It's a time travel film. He doesn't actually time travel till quite late on in the film. It's quite clever. It's maybe too clever because
yeah, I know what you mean.
So
Sometimes things can be a bit like, I'm watching this film to enjoy a film.
by the end of it, though,
I don't want my brain to hurt.
yeah, I was like, I don't know what happened. I know what happened, but like it's one of them ones where I had to kind of go to YouTube to try and get a little bit more information, and even then, people are still like just as confused as me.
Yeah.
It was still a really good film that's worth watching, and it's a film you can have a proper good discussion about.
I have to see if it's on Netflix.
Give it a watch. It's interesting. What else have I done? Have I done anything? Have I done anything? No, that's about it. That's all I've had
Just
time
that.
for.
Well, that and
Torture someone, and Grand Theft Auto.
We're going to move on to...
Oh,
trailer.
actually, I played Game of Thrones, Telltale's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I've only done the first 2 chapters. There's 5, I think. It's so good. Have you seen Game of Thrones?
No.
You've seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
You've seen
Game of Thrones.
Season 1.
You're only on season 1?
Yes.
I can't even tell you the best bit then.
Honestly, I've read a lot of
Right, well,
spoilers.
I kind of can.
Does it play like Walking Dead where you make choices?
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly like that. Right? It starts... the scene starts, you're someone at the campsite outside, I think it's the 2 towers, and they'll go for the wedding.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're outside and you can hear the music start playing inside the castle, and you're like, damn. And then it all, it's so good, and it's got a lot of the characters from the series and stuff in, all voiced by them as well, I believe. I think so. I haven't quite got to them yet.
It seemed like Cersei, however you pronounce it, was pronounced.
One of the
being
main ones.
played
Well,
by Lena.
you can see like the episodes that are coming out soon, and each one's got like a main character from the series in. So I'm guessing we'll introduce. You'll see them on most of them as you go through. But it's really well written, just as well because I played the Borderlands one as well by them last week. So well written. They're like movies, but you dictate the route they take to an extent. Really good. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. We'll move on to the news, because there's a lot of
Yes, movie
Really
news.
Right, we will start with recently Bond. Yesterday, I think it was.
Yes.
They announced the new Bond, Spectre.
Yes.
Spectre.
Spectre.
Spectre, it'd be Spectre.
Is it?
No, it's Spectre.
Is it?
Yeah.
Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre.
Yeah.
You don't pronounce
Alright.
it Spectre.
I don't know. You're probably
Sorry.
right.
We've all learned something.
I'm just
Yeah, guys.
saying.
I know, right?
You know.
Next Christmas, I think, isn't it? Next November, I
I
believe.
think so.
Has it still got Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Have you
Still
seen
Bond.
who's playing the villain?
I've got the no.
Somebody.
It's the guy who plays Moriarty in Sherlock. So very big news for the Sherlock
so it's
cast
the
lately.
I've got the list.
It's
here.
an older guy then. Is it Sherlock on the ones with I'm guessing this
BBC
isn't.
one.
Ah, right. So it's not the movies, right?
No.
Never mind.
DB10's in it, which is a beautiful looking car. The Aston Martin.
Oh.
I really want an Aston Martin. Can't drive.
Basically,
it, you know.
yeah, they've just announced who's going to be in it. Monica Bellucci.
What a name.
I think I know what she looks like. I'm rubbish with names until I see them,
Oh, I'm like
and then
that.
I'm like, him, her. But you've got all the old school ones, Moneypenny coming back, and the new.
Nice.
I think there was a new Q, wasn't there, in the last one? That young lad, skinny lad.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Barton, yeah.
So he's coming back and stuff.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good.
That looks pretty good.
It really does.
We were talking about it last week, but Star Wars trailer we hadn't actually seen. It
Yeah.
literally got revealed as soon as we'd finished the podcast.
Yeah.
I went home and watched it on the TV. We've just got a 50-inch.
Right.
I went, oh my
Because
god.
Daniel
It's a
would have
shame-
had million things to say
It's a
about
shame,
it.
Daniel. Yeah, it's a shame he's not here.
You two have probably argued for 45 minutes.
Ages about we would have argued. Well, we'd have debated at length about like the whole cross guard, the
that
lightsaber thing.
lightsaber.
See, I still think that's a good idea. I had this debate with him the other day.
I do
didn't
think though, like thinking about it practically, like if you were going to do all that exciting stuff that they do, like swirling it around the heads and stuff, wouldn't the 2 little bits at the side
Yeah.
your own head off.
get in the way? Like,
They would
all the
present a
time?
problem.
Because if you're holding it and then you're like spinning it round, doing all this, like
There's
Put
the
your
two-
arm off.
But like I
Yeah,
said
you
before,
just falls to the floor.
yeah, you're like, oh.
like I
There's-
said the other day, there's obviously a reason they've done it. They wouldn't have done it for no reason.
I think they might have done it to sell more toys, like.
Yeah.
Like,
Can
oh,
you
my,
imagine
that
like,
as a toy?
my kid's already got a lightsaber. He
That's
doesn't
what-
need a new one. Oh, yes, he
There's-
does. He needs
There's
this
materials
special
in
one.
the Star Wars universe which they can use as a cross guard as opposed to like just the saber itself. There are materials which can deflect the light.
I can't believe how much discussion goes on about it. It literally,
like the
it's
Star
all over
Wars
the internet,
universe.
and I'm like,
It's crazy.
oh,
It's
yeah.
all.
I'm just
The
saying.
Star Wars universe, it's not even just like a fandom
Merchandising,
anymore, it's
that's
a
what it is.
religion. There's actually churches.
It can release
in
new
England.
Yes,
lightsabers,
people
make a
fill in the
fortune.
census.
Yeah, I think
Jedi.
really.
My dad's a Jedi.
Uh,
I tried to do that the other year when we had the census. I was like, put me as a Jedi. Mum was like, no, you're Roman Catholic, so you've got down as Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
Well then.
lest the Pope be angry.
I do think that they haven't really looked at like the Star Wars universe and all the like
I'm just saying.
bizarre like facts and stuff that they've made up, and they've thought, this is a good marketing strategy. It's got everybody talking about it. Let's stick that in. It's a bit different.
Boom.
I can't help. I think it'll be a good film.
I think
just
it'll be
don't
good.
think. I think a lot of the Star Wars fans probably are going to hit the roof. It's going to be so difficult
I
to
think-
have that kind of.
See,
They're gonna
the trailer
expect
sort of
full,
give a hint that the old cast aren't going to play such a big part because we didn't see a single
Yeah,
shot
I
of
heard
any
that.
of them.
I think that might just be to get people waiting
Yeah.
for
See,
it and like
my dad
thinking,
had a
bit of-
theory. He
bit of
thinks there's going to be a
foreplay.
second teaser trailer and it's just
Yeah,
going to be
there'll be.
the old cast and it won't involve any of the
It's
ones,
just a
which
bit
I'm
of,
hoping
bit of
for.
foreplay to get them all excited.
Exactly.
Before
But we've
the
still
final
got
film.
over a year to the movie, so there's going to be a
Crazy though, isn't it?
lot.
A trailer for a film
think-
that's not out
I think
till
everyone-
Christmas next
I
year.
think everyone's going to get sick of it. Like,
It's based on my birthday.
of
They're
waiting.
building the hype because if you think about it, if you go from Return of the Jedi, we have been waiting nearly 33 years for this film. Don't include the new ones. If you go from
think
to
maybe-
carry on from that,
yeah.
we've been waiting over 30 years.
Maybe
for
they've
it.
started advertising it now because of the so many like Marvel films that are coming out.
Yeah.
They're
And,
doing
like-
it like Marvel though. They're doing spin-offs.
Yes, but the fact that so many of them are coming out, it might get a bit lost if they started advertising it like later on next year. It might get a bit lost in all the new ones coming out, and
Yeah, you're right.
It's got Avengers to compete
I mean,
with.
I thought it was
Yeah.
early for Avengers to be releasing a trailer, and then you get this, which is
No,
Avengers
it's
is
not
going to be out in...
Avengers.
Is it June or July?
Yeah.
Avengers has
May.
never appealed
May
to me
27th.
anywhere. I've
You've not
never
watched
seen
it?
it. No, it just looks just average. Like
See, I like the
I
look
like
of it. I like the Marvel films.
I like X-Men.
I love X-Men.
But I've never seen like Iron Man. I've never seen like
I think
this
I remember
this
you
sort
saying
of.
that actually.
I think
I
we
d-
need to have
I
a
don't-
movie night and make a watch
I don't
them
know
all.
why, but it just strikes me as like
I quite like the
quite
idea
sort
of pulling them
pan-
all together.
like pandering to like the like fangirls. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Ah.
oh look, here's all these like characters. Oh, they're all so attractive.
Yeah.
And they're all. It's like you've taken their stories and made them a bit like.
So you
Look,
won't
he's
be
got a six pack.
you won't be a fan of the other film that was announced, Suicide Squad. All the cast and stuff were revealed.
Suicide
I've
Squad...
yet to read anything about that.
You see, I didn't
I
know
think I seen a
anything
picture of
I
some.
don't
about
even know
Suicide Squad.
what
and
that is.
Is Suicide Squad where they're all
Characters in it.
villains, but they've been kind of forced in like a...
It's
A group
like, isn't it from
to
the
do-
Batman universe?
I'm Googling
Yeah, I'm
it.
sure that they're all villains, but they've all been
Right.
forced into a group to do good. Like,
I
less.
didn't know anything about it,
No, I didn't
and then they
know. I don't
revealed the cast, and now I'm very interested in it. Will Smith is
Oh,
Deadshot.
nice.
You've got is it Margot, Robbie as Harley Quinn. Do you
Harley
know who
Quinn's
that
gonna
is?
be in it.
She's been in a number of films, and she's like
Harley Quinn's going to be in it.
smoking. Yeah, Tom
Huh.
Hardy
Oh yeah, that too I've seen
Ah,
related to it.
yes.
is Rick Flag. I don't know who that is though. I don't know who
No
Rick Flag
idea.
is. Captain Boomerang, Jar Courtney. Oprah Winfrey might be in it.
No way.
I don't know if that's
What?
been announced yet or not,
That's
so that's
crazy.
question marked.
Yeah, well, is she going to be like the Nick Fury of the group?
Who is that? Jared.
Oh,
I'm not very good at names.
Jared
either.
Leto,
Yeah, that's
the
fella.
Joker.
The Joker, yeah.
Wait, this is in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's got a huge cast, like.
oh, that's a very impressive cast.
It is, but Will Smith, as soon as you know, I like Will Smith in all
I think
films.
Will Smith's going to turn the whole thing into a joke. Like,
Possibly.
oh, it's Will Smith.
I mean, you
There
can-
he
Well, he's
is.
Deadshot, who was
Again.
quite a comedic-y kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he'll do that thing that he does. That's like I'm Will Smith, therefore I'll play all characters as myself. Like
I am
yeah,
legend.
it's done him quite well, and he's quite successful. But
Yeah.
things where he's like a comedy character, so I just
Well, what was that film?
he's
In Pursuit
he's
of-
about on the same level
Pursuit
of
of Happiness.
annoyance as like Eddie Murphy. Do you know what
Do
I
you
mean?
think?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, I
I
find a
like
bit
Will
more
Smith.
annoying. I find
I
Eddie
like
Murphy
Will
more
Smith.
annoying than Will Smith.
Independence Day, man, he kicks ass.
See, I love Eddie Murphy as well. I've been watching his stand-up lately. Oh God,
That guy's career's died.
that's another thing I watched this week. I watched Delirious.
Alright.
I was in a meltdown afterwards.
In a good way?
Mm.
The amount of times he said "fuck" and all that, I was just
Alright.
like, oh my God. 230 times.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not a fan of American comedians that much.
No,
It was
It's
really
funny.
difficult
I'll
to
give
find
him
them
that
funny.
one, but it's just not what
There's
I
only
I don't
very
tend to like
few that I like.
comedians
Don't really-
at all because I think
I
anyone
thought
who's
I'd seen him
sort
in
of
something
trying
else.
to be funny, that puts me off. Even though I know they're a comedian, so obviously that's the job. I'm like,
Right.
no. I'm very.
You're not very
I sound like the
funny.
most evil person when I'm like, hate Will Smith, hate Eddie Murphy, hate comedians. I do like some comedians.
Just opinionated.
Hate them all.
I just hate more than I like.
Carrying on with the cast.
It's one hell of a cast. So now I'm really I'm interested in it now.
There's a good cast
Wow.
I'm looking at the moment. Jake Hartney, Eric out of Divergent,
Do you recognise the girl now? Where is she?
the one at the top.
It's not great for a podcast, this, but yeah.
Totally isn't.
You can always
Harley
just put
Quinn. Is that the Harley Quinn girl? Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna see what she's in.
Calm down.
unbelievable.
Calm down.
I'm gonna marry that woman.
She hasn't been.
If she's
Harley
listening to this
Quinn.
podcast,
If you're listening,
If you're listening,
Rick
Rick wants to
send me a
marry you.
message, send me a message.
Yeah.
Meet up.
So,
I haven't seen anything she's
yeah,
been in.
Harley Quinn, just the psychopath.
Harley Quinn's a brilliant character.
I'm wondering how Jared Leto's going to try and do Joker and avoid, because like, he's obviously going to be compared to Heath Ledger, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
So
No one will play that character better than.
I think he's going to get a bad reception just because people will be like, oh, well, he's not Heath Ledger.
I don't see how he's going to
it's
play him. He
like-
doesn't have that sort of look.
Well, wait and see.
I mean,
I-
Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger had this sort of appearance that made them.
I loved Heath
Frightening.
Ledger's Joker.
Yeah.
I'm
right.
just worried for Jared Leto because like people are probably just going to like crap all over him because like
Like
Never
anything, you
been
just have to
keen
wait
with
and
him,
see. You've got some news, haven't you? The Doctor Strange thing.
Benedict Cumberbatch officially
It's
cast by
Benedict
her.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, Cucumber Patch has officially been cast as Doctor
It
Strange.
was rumoured for ages, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he's been rumoured since October. But oh god, that just sort of ruins everything for everything else he's doing.
Oh.
he's in so much stuff at the moment.
Yes.
Like,
There's
He
also
is-
rumours that he's returning back to Star Trek. There's rumours he's going to appear in Star Wars briefly. So is Simon Pegg.
Well, I thought there was a rumor
What's
that he
this-
might actually be playing the villain in Star Wars.
See, he's denied that. But if you
Yeah,
actually
but they-
watch the trailer of Star Wars, when you see the Sith, the way he stands is how Khan stands
yeah.
in Star Trek.
Well, that's a bit of a thingy comparison. It's like,
well, no, because you can sometimes tell
Well,
stuff like that.
there's a lot of people
I don't
who
know though
have
if
the
he's
same
denied
posture.
it.
Exactly. But a couple of weeks back, he wasn't going to deny that he wasn't in it. So I'm kind of thinking he's playing games.
Yeah, because it wasn't
He's been
What's
seen on
his name?
set.
guy who plays Indiana Jones and Han Solo. What's his
Yeah,
name?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford. He said he wasn't going to be in Star Wars, didn't he? Like he'd said like a year ago, like I'll never do another Star Wars film. And then he went on like Graham Norton or something. And Graham Norton was like, "Aren't you in it?" And he was like, "Yeah."
And then,
I know, right?
And everyone was like, "What?"
and then the payback for him playing games is that like a door falls on him and crushes his leg.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
also rumours he's meant to die in the first
What?
instalment.
What?
Oh no!
What?
At the hands of Luke.
It sounds
What?
terrible. It sounds really awful. But do you think they've done that because they're like,
It's
oh,
a
maybe
rumour.
Maybe
It's a
he won't
rumour, but
live
I
long
actually
to
think
do
it'd
3 more
work
films.
really well.
So they're
No.
let's get-
It would,
Liam's
considering the
gonna
story
cry.
the fans have
No,
came
they
round
can't
with.
have
is
Luke
crying.
kill Han.
But the fans have came up with this
Well, they
theory
could.
that Luke's going to attempt to kill someone,
He's a naughty boy.
He's not gonna-
do that.
and
They're not gonna
Han
try
Solo's
and-
going to protect this kid, and this kid's going to turn into the main baddie of the films.
So Han's like the rogue again, like even though.
Well, yeah, that's his character.
No, but like by like the second or
It's
third
just a
movie,
theory,
it
but
was
it's quite
like
interesting.
fully fledged good guy.
Whoever came up with
Yeah.
it definitely thought through.
Good guy, but like just a bit edgy.
Edgy.
He's still a bad boy
We
inside.
can all get a bit stressed.
He's a naughty
and
boy.
bit-
Too bad people can't see your face when there's stuff like that.
He's a naughty boy. So I wonder what is going to happen with Princess Leia then. Because
When I was little, I wanted to be Princess Leia.
No,
She was
Queen
li-
Amidala.
She was literally like my hero.
Nah.
Like I had like a poster of her and everything. I was like,
I totally had a
Crazy.
Queen Amidala costume. I also had a Darth Maul costume with the lightsaber and everything.
Oh, I never got into stuff.
Imagine like 5-year-old me running around the Crown when it was a cinema dressed as Darth Maul watching the
He's
episode
dressed up
one.
to go. I think you should always do that. Every time you go and see a film, I think you should dress up as one of the characters from it.
even if it's just a really random
Even
like
if
chick
it's
flick or
just-
something.
Yeah, dress
Dress
up as a
up.
woman.
I love how we
Why
got
not?
back to
Why
Star
not?
Wars.
Put a short skirt on. No, I think we should do that.
I think
What
we
is
should
your
do
opinion on
that.
people who dress up to go and see films?
Yeah.
Like adults.
I've never done it, but I would do it.
So like if someone goes to see The Hobbit dressed up as Smaug,
I'm totally gonna do that.
Like when the Hunger Games came out, like when I was stood in the queue, there were so many girls who like had their hair in like a side plait, and like I was like, okay,
see, that's really
I was like, you can put your hair in a side plait, but then there were girls who had like a fake bow and arrow, and I was like, well, that's gonna get in the way of your popcorn, isn't it? Like you stand in
props
the queue,
is a bit weird,
and then like you go in, nobody can see you because it's dark, so it's like I'm dressed up, but no one can see. Like that's. You can
if anyone goes to see Star Wars with a lightsaber,
I'll do it.
Turn that off. It's bad enough for someone turning the phone on in the cinema.
Yeah,
you can see
I
this
hate
little
when
dot
people
of
do
light.
that.
Do you think they'd have to have like a special message on the screen, like, turn off your lightsabers now?
I hope they do.
I don't mind it. It's up to them, isn't it, I guess.
There was an episode of 90210 a few years ago where one of the main characters dressed up as a Navi for Avatar, and she went to see it. She wasn't a nerd or anything. Have you ever seen 90210?
I think I saw like one episode.
Naomi, the big like posh snobby one, she dressed up as Navi, full blue everything.
There was something in
so
was
weird.
it Glee that one of them thought you could speak Navi or something, and like the joke was like, aha, he's so stupid, haha, and it was like, that doesn't fit at all. Glee was rubbish.
Glee's nearly finished, only 13 more episodes.
Oh god, no, what am I going to do with my life?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the last season.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they do, just to see how they're gonna end it. Because there's so many things that like completely contradicted each other, and like it got all confusing and messy, and like
I've heard rumours the school burns down and they all fry.
Oh
no!
But while they're doing it, they're singing.
Don't stop believing. I mean, did you see the one with like where they thought it was a school shooter?
Yes.
I mean, that episode could have been quite good.
Because
if there actually was one, but it was like
little jab at Columbine.
It was just no, it wasn't. It was because there'd been school shootings. Like it was with Sandy Hook, wasn't it? And then quite recently after that, they were like, "Oh, we'll do an episode."
This is controversial. Let's make money off of it.
Well, no, it was just a thing that they like put in, but it was like. They made the whole episode all about it, and then it was like, oh no, it wasn't a gun, it was just a kid with Down syndrome.
No, it was a gun. She shot a wall.
Yeah, but like, why would there be a gun in the school? And then they were like, oh, I just have it in my desk. Yeah, of course you do. No. Why would a student with Down syndrome be allowed into somebody's office when there was nobody in there? Why would a student at all be allowed in there? Why would she have found a gun? Why would she have shot the gun? Like,
I could totally go against this because I know the plot for every episode perfectly.
It was so
Becky,
weird.
who was the one with Down syndrome, she brought the gun in. It was like in the family house.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Why?
She's also like Sue, who it was the office who took the blame.
Oh.
She actually took the blame for it all. She said she shot the gun by accident. And it was because she's very protective of Becky because her sister herself had Down syndrome.
But why did Becky bring it in?
Because
or shoot it?
She just sort of lost it. Everything goes wrong for her. She didn't want change.
Wasn't she stressed about like leaving school? Oh, still though, it's like, oh look, a person with a disability.
I personally love the cast because they're very protective of each other. After Corey Monteith's death, they all sort of banded together.
They seem like a nice cast, but I think.
The show could have been a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
See, I think the creators have sort of
gave
up on this and went on to American Horror Story.
The issues that they've like done, like the gay couples and stuff like that, it's sort of that would have been nice if you'd made like it more natural. It's like, oh, I'm gay, so everything bad happens to me because I'm gay.
Even more bad stuff's going to happen in the next series. They're going to end up splitting up, and then by the sounds of it, they're getting married again.
Oh yeah, they were engaged was ridiculous.
Both gay couples are meant to be getting married in the season, like the last season.
I know nothing of Glee.
Just the debate on topic.
Except that it ruined a certain song.
If that was the school I was going to, I'd probably they broke into music and song as much as they did. I'd probably take a gun.
No, I'd break into song anyway.
Yeah, I think I would have took a gun.
Hello, you want to walk around the streets singing Disney songs?
Don't stop
believe.
Right.
Hey!
Shall we discuss the new Terminator?
Oh, aye.
Terminator Genesis.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
Have you seen it yet?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not that massively excited. I'll watch it.
I never watched any of the original ones.
I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm scared for it because it's just when I've watched the trailer,
you don't want things to get ruined, do you? Like
some of the promo pictures for it look absolutely terrible.
It seems to hark back to the original 1 and 2 too much. the whole "I'll be back" and
well, yeah, but that's always been done now.
And it's got the actor back from Terminator 2 on it, or
they've got the T1000. They got the T1000 back, but it's not. It's not. Oh,
I know what you mean.
God, I can't remember his name now. Oh God, I feel so.
I don't know. Sad. It just seems a bit. And isn't it time traveling to back to then again or something?
Back to
basically,
the first one, I think.
Basically, spoiler alert. The Terminator, the T800, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's like about 60 odd now. Basically, he gets sent back in time, and he's basically kind of like an adoptive father of Sarah Connor. He's like looking after her. And
this time travel thing just gets too messy though, because you could change anything whenever you want.
The kind of man.
And they say at the end of this trailer that they can stop Judgment Day.
They always say that.
But if they could stop Judgment Day, they wouldn't exist to come back in time. So it just creates.
Well, they would. It's just John Connor and all.
Time travel is just a thing that if they've thought of half the story, they'll be like, "Oh, I want this to happen, but I don't know how." We'll stick time travel in, then it'll all work.
Do you reckon Matt Smith's been a bit typecast because he's appearing in this, isn't he? He's meant to be playing a major role.
We don't
time
know.
Travel.
It might be.
It's like that. I think that's like the trendy thing to do now. Like, oh look, what's real and what's not, and oh, time travel. But it doesn't make up for the fact that they haven't thought the story through. It's just a sort of way to be like going from A to B without having to have any story in the middle. I think.
I wasn't too impressed on the trailer with the looks, because I think like towards the beginning of the trailer you see like a T800 like endoskeleton. The graphics on it didn't look too. Yeah, the special effects look a bit like.
Well, it's probably, it might be just it, because I've noticed that with some trailers in the past, and then they've looked better in the film. The trailers for films that are coming out months down the line that are still in production, so they probably get better. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I wasn't massively excited by it.
And then you got
compared to the other trailers we've had recently.
Then you got Emilia Clarke. And then there's Emilia Clarke playing Sarah Connor. I don't know about you, but I don't
Is
like.
That her?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know about you, but I'm not really fond of her as Daenerys, and I get the feeling.
I see. I love Daenerys.
Oh no, and I get the feeling that I'm not gonna like her as Sarah Connor. I didn't think she.
Actress.
Nah, she's not. Some of her acting on Game of Thrones, if you ask me, is a bit cringeworthy. I don't know if it's just the lines that she's given or what, but I don't know.
Which one is that? The Dragon Woman?
Yeah,
the Dragon Woman.
The naked dragon.
All of a sudden, I really want to see
Khaleesi.
I know, right? She's very good looking.
Calm down.
She's got brown hair in this now, though. She looks so
That's
different.
her natural hair colour.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I didn't recognise
her.
her.
You know that, do you, Liam?
Well, believe
it or not.
Like
her,
but you know what a natural hair colour is, eh?
Well, no, but there's interviews on, like, I can't remember what show
you can tell the blonde isn't natural.
Right.
It's like she's white blonde.
I watched
it only makes sense that she's not going to be like a white blonde hair,
Isn't
unnatural.
like most of the cast of like skins in Game of Thrones? Isn't there like 3 or 4 of them or something?
Is that?
Because they're all awful. Skins was dreadful.
I never watched Skins.
I never watched it.
I watched like basically it was because I wanted to do like a piece of coursework for uni, and I was like, right, I'll watch this episode of Skins. It's just ridiculous. It's like a joke. I thought it was a joke. Like there's so many like they've tried to put in all these like teenage issues, like drugs, alcohol, like mental illness and all this, and it's like, oh come on, you don't need to put them every single thing in every episode. Oh, it's awful. Makes me just hate life. I've been so negative. I need to think something that was like positive.
Oh, no, it's just opinion. What's this? Oh, the Coca-Cola truck's in Middlesbrough.
Where is this at?
It's this weekend, I think. It's at Teesside Park and stuff.
It's over near the court.
Nothing to do with the podcast, really.
Negativity. Who cares about the Coca-Cola truck?
Who? What?
Do you get free Coke or something?
I don't know,
like, do you just go and stand and look at it
and be like,
holidays
start, isn't it?
Yeah, but like, why would you want to go?
Coming.
Holidays are coming. Like, go and like look at it and be like, look, it's a truck.
I always thought they said always Coca-Cola. Oh, am I mistaken?
Coca-Cola. At the end it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Which spring? I did a Christmas advert article with the greatest Christmas adverts. Spoiler alert, but that's number 1. Because it is, isn't it?
What is?
There's a lot of people who wait for that advert.
It's definitely has to be the best.
And
Christmas
I think the fact that it's been the same one like every year, like they don't change anything about it.
So
it's like,
they've stopped changing it over the past few years.
You know what I liked
4 years
last
ago,
year?
it's stopped.
Was it like KFC or something? They made like an advert. It had a song, and it was all people singing about like
fry that chicken.
No, it was people singing about like I can't even remember what it was. They were like apologising for stupid things they'd done, and they were like, come together at Christmas with KFC. It's like,
rings a bell.
Weird.
and there was like a little child, and he sat in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, we eat KFC for Christmas.
No.
I don't know
Something
anyone.
very sad.
People may
Actually,
chicken.
like-
Christmas Eve we always have a takeout, but it's normally pizza.
Really?
People may
It's
chicken
sort
on
of
Christmas.
like a tradition for our family.
Cheese and crackers
We don't
on fire.
cook on Christmas
Aw.
That's what Christmas is about.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or on
Wednesday
Christmas
on
Eve.
cheese.
Eve. We have
Wednesday on
takeout on
cheese.
Christmas Eve.
And then
We have
crackers.
Christmas dinner on
Wednesday on
Christmas,
cheddar.
and then we'll have like little snacks on Christmas afternoon.
Some cheese on
It's
cheese
always
action.
been our tradition since I was a kid.
Yeah. Instead of turkey, have a parmo.
Why not?
Yeah. Parmo and vegetables.
I don't like turkey
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
No, I'm
Chicken
not a fan of
tikka.
turkey. It's cheap chicken, isn't it?
I don't like chicken.
Yeah.
Cheap chicken? Are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me?
but I put on the. You've got like the new ones that the new one, John Lewis, and they do one every year, and they're always really good.
That.
They are
Well,
so
I mean,
well
little
made.
The little penguin.
Penguin.
The first time I saw that, I was really underwhelmed, and I looked around me, and my whole family was like sobbing, and I was like, "What?" And everyone was like, "It's so cute." And then the next time I saw it, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna open myself up to this experience." I was like, "It's little."
There you go, a little
penguin.
positive. Sally.
Oh, it's
You
try-
just go
it's because
through
the-
it and then
the
you
little-
realise it's
the
a
little
toy.
boy. The little boy looks up at his mum like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know I'm a bit old for my penguin." Do you know what I mean? He's like,
No, it's the
Oh.
bit where it's all like he needs a friend and then they get the
"Oh, it's
female one. It's
too
just
cute."
They did that. There wasn't last year's was
the bear in the
the
hair.
bear in the hair.
Didn't like that one.
I
That's
love
song.
that.
The one before that wasn't that two snowmen. It was a snowman without
Yeah,
a lover, and then he gets
the
a
snowman,
womanly
and he went to
snowman.
get her a scarf for Christmas.
Oh,
But when I was compiling that list, I got proper festive. It
I
was
thought you were
like,
saying you got really emotional. Just
no,
like
I was in
crying all the
buckets,
time.
tears, couldn't see the screen.
Sainsbury's advert with the Christmas truce, World War
oh.
One.
Yeah.
I think
We
that's
were debating
I think,
this
I
the
think,
other
that's,
day, weren't we?
I think it's just moving though because it's like I don't know about it being used as an advert because it's like
It is a bit sort of like making money off.
Well, it is
Making
but it's
money
not
off of the people's
much of an advert,
sacrifices.
though, is it?
Oh.
It's not.
See,
it's
I got really
more of,
confused when
I
I
like
first saw
that.
it.
Yeah.
It's not actively like buy stuff from Sainsbury's.
If he pulled out a Sainsbury's plastic bag at the end and
Yeah, and he was like,
There was nothing Sainsbury's
Slapped his
related
ass.
until we saw this. That's Asda.
Yeah, was that Asda?
they're still doing
No,
that.
I don't know.
Price.
They're still
Yeah.
doing Asda. Maybe because it's like a bit weird.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like that's Asda price.
Yeah.
Like they don't do the little
Sexually
jingle anymore.
harass
I've
you.
got no money left apart from this little bit of copper.
I have
in my
nothing in my pocket.
And they used to like it used to be like other people would like pat someone else's bum like Asda price.
Yeah. They probably stopped doing it when I got arrested.
Yeah, maybe.
Nice.
Because it was the first time you got us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as the price. See you in God.
That's a new one.
There was a few like old classic ones from years back, Yellow Pages and stuff, which made me think about Yellow Pages. Are they still going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody
Uses
uses
Yellow
them.
Pages.
We get them every year. So
Don't they
not
get
like
don't they get
really.
like delivered like what isn't like an annual thing or like or is it like
Maybe. I
don't
think
know.
I think you have to be like
You have to
signed
pay.
up to get
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
What, the Yellow Pages?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, we get with her
I
door
vaguely
every year.
remember you probably won't, but I vaguely remember you like the only way to find mutant like numbers and stuff was that, and it was like.
And now you have the
and I was
internet.
watching it, I was like, oh, it's
Poor
Good
Yellow Pages.
times.
Do you miss all the old Christmas adverts we
I
used
won't
to
be
get?
able to kiss them tall girls anymore.
Oh, because you had to
Oh,
stack
they
them
were
up to
always
stand
so
on them.
freaking cute.
Stand on the book to reach. Oh.
How old's it good for now? Yellow Pages.
He's probably taller than now.
Yeah. It's good for a fire in the garden as well.
Was
'cause
it?
It never ends. Just
Just keep tossing them all.
throw them in the fire. But yeah, that was. I put that up and I thought that was. If you want to get in the Christmassy mood,
I'm gonna get in the Christmassy mood.
go and
Hell
sit
yeah,
and
look
watch
at that.
all
How long till
the
Christmas?
Leopard
20
one,
days?
the Leopard one's mood.
It's the 5th today.
Yes. Yes, 20 days.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yay!
We might try and do another podcast before Christmas but we've only got one more week left here, haven't we? So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the uni's still open afterwards.
yeah,
No,
but no
it's-
one's going to come in to do
No.
this.
How long for? Because
I
I remember
would.
it's not open for all the
I've not
Christmas
better to
holidays.
Probably be.
It's
Eh?
not open for all the Christmas holidays.
No, it's
No,
like
no.
closes. Is it Christmas Eve?
See, I have to
So
rent a
we start
gear
up
to
again.
record this, so it relies on the uni. So hopefully that won't be the case after Christmas.
Yes.
So I'm going to buy one. But yeah, possibly not another one unless we do get time next week.
Yeah,
We can't do it on the
we might
Friday
do.
though because we've got a Christmas party. And as
Yay.
important as our listeners are, all our two
If you can get a
listeners.
room on the
Sorry.
Wednesday afternoon, we could do
We're
it
very
Wednesday
sorry.
I
afternoon.
want to go and get drunk. Eh?
But
Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday afternoon.
party time is very important.
I should sleep because I've got a night shift that night, but we could maybe...
I love how we're planning the next one.
We'll discuss it, yeah. We'll
try and get another one. We'll try and get another one.
We'll discuss it outside of the actual
It'll be a
podcast.
Christmas special, wouldn't it?
Hell yeah.
We need
Wow.
a Christmas
We need to
special.
do a Christmas special.
Yeah, okay.
Jingle bells.
See what we can do.
Exactly.
We'll get Liam to just sing loads of Christmas songs.
Can't promise anything.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to do that, obviously.
I love Christmas.
Yeah,
We could do our own
That
version
fit.
of Banded.
You don't realise how much you love Christmas till Christmas is finished. And you're
Yeah,
like,
and then you're like, oh, I didn't make
I didn't
enough
enjoy it as
of
much.
it.
I didn't
Yeah.
grab it with... Yeah, well, we're going to do this year.
We-
Grab
Yes.
the bull by the horns and
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yes.
We're going to get very merry next Friday.
Very, very, very.
What am I doing next Friday? Sleeping.
And I've got
I'm
Christmas
not coming in on
party.
Friday.
We
Got my
should-
work Christmas party the night after.
Anyway,
So I can come
I
over
think
then.
we-
I think we should probably start discussing something.
And then I've got my old Christmas party, my old job's Christmas party to go do the weekend.
Got a little Christmas.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy Christmas.
Is there
Right.
anything else in film news? And
Yes, there is
There's a
quite a
lot.
large one. Sony's leaked films. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't.
No.
Oh, right. They believe it's North Korea. I don't know if that's changed since.
Great.
4 films, I think it was. Fury, which is at the cinema now,
Oh, yeah.
was leaked.
I've
and
seen
they
this.
put it onto torrent sites. Annie,
Yeah, Annie's
which
been
is their
leaked.
Christmas film, which isn't out yet.
Is this the one that was supposed to have Will Smith's daughter in it?
Yeah, it was going to be Willow, and now it's I can't
Some
pronounce the
other-
name.
It's
But
got a lot of
she's
big names in it,
Pretty
though.
big name.
It's got
Yeah.
some big
It's
names.
got Cameron
Cameron
Diaz is in
the
it.
kid
isn't he?
alone is a
The
bloody
original-
genius. She's already got an Oscar. She's only 12 and she's
Who
got...
is she?
She was
original-
in 12 Years a Slave and all other stuff.
The original Annie was white, and I
Yeah.
think they made this one. This
They
one
They're,
made-
black
given,
now.
they're sort of giving it a
Yeah,
modernised...
she does, yeah.
Yeah.
The,
So is she still
I've seen
ginger
a
then?
poster. I don't know if it's like the actual poster, but it's the worst poster I've ever seen. It's so like awkwardly photoshopped. Like nothing looks right. It's all like weird.
Have
Is
you
she
seen
still
who
ginger
the
then? I mean, if
producers
she's-
are?
She won't.
Isn't Jay-Z the producer?
Ginger black person.
No, she's got black hair.
Ah.
Little like
Well,
black.
that was
you
like
get
one of the
ginger
main
black
features
people?
of Annie. Was well,
I don't know.
If she died, I suppose.
Probably.
Should I?
Should I
Ginger
Google
black
it?
person.
I think I've talked about this before, and like with a
If
few
they
years back.
died, I suppose. But like,
No, I don't know.
I think
On
there's
the
a
on the
footballer
poster, she
who's
doesn't-
black.
She has
ginger hair.
black hair.
Yeah, they haven't...
It's
I
like-
have
that was like
a soft spot in my heart for
that
Annie.
was
I
one
love
of the
Annie.
That was the first.
It looks
See,
quite
I
like
don't
the
like the way
Christmassy
they've
film.
changed
That was the
Hard Knock
first,
Life.
like-
They've actually
Yeah.
changed the
That was
lyrics.
one of the
Slay,
main
that was
features
There's
of
a
Annie.
line where
The
she
fact that
sings
she
in the
was-
original, no one cares for you when you're in
The fact that her
orphanage,
hair
now
was
it's
like bright
foster
ginger, that
kid.
was one of the main features of.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was,
Just because she
wasn't
was ginger.
It was like one
Well,
of the
now
main
she's
features
black.
of the
Yeah,
It
now
was
she's
the
actual
little
show.
red dress that always stood out to me.
Yeah.
That as well. wasn't
I
it?
mean, she only wears that little red dress for like 10 minutes at the end of the film.
It's not even that.
In the first version of Annie, not the Disney one.
All of the Disney one.
How weird is the end where she climbs up that bridge? Like, what on earth's that? And then the
I
guy
always
comes out the
get
helicopter, takes his turban off, and like
What?
dangles it to her. So weird. Like the film's
Oh,
quite
God.
normal, and then it gets to that bit, and you're like, eh? What drugs was the writer of this film on?
Takes off his turban, conveniently Hindu helicopter pilot, and just like
No,
that
it's
sounds.
like the butler of
Yeah.
Daddy Warbucks.
And there's a bomb, and he like throws it out the window. Oh,
Hey.
It's so
weird.
funny, but it's the way he does it off, like the little moves.
Yeah.
The guy just
Yeah,
prancing about.
I don't know if I'll be game for this new Annie.
I'm gonna give it a try.
It looks kind of like the Christmas film you would expect. It's not a Christmas
Meh.
film, but you know what I mean. That whole love and
Meh.
I have one for Christmas. Night at the Museum 3.
I don't know.
I'm
the
gonna
only-
go see that purely because it is
Robin Williams' last.
second
one of the
last.
last films.
second
yeah.
last. He's got one coming out beginning of next year.
That doesn't mean that it's a good film.
But it feels like.
Or that it's worth spending like £7.50 to go.
At the same time, it's Robin Williams' second last performance, and it's like
Yeah, but
maybe you should watch it.
Why?
If it's crap, then it's like, well,
why?
I'm a
Why
huge
should you
fan
watch
of
it just
this.
because he's dead?
if you're a fan of Robin
There's
Williams.
a Christmas film to come out with him in it as well, but I don't think it's got very good views. I forgot the name of it. But it's like all these Christmas films, they're always a bit cheap and a bit...
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's
There's
not
a
much
few
hype
good
over it. I
Christmas
mean,
ones.
The amount of Christmas films that are getting put up onto Netflix now, and they're all rated like half a star. They all look absolutely awful. I feel like just watching them all.
Nativity
Christmas
3.
24 on
Oh
Sky.
No.
I
Them
absolutely
films,
loved the first
I haven't
Nativity
seen
film.
any of them.
I broke my heart crying at it because it was just so cute and like lovely. I was like, I need to watch this every Christmas. I loved it. And then the second one was like, yeah, okay. Tried to recapture some of the magic. Sort of
Nah.
worked. But no, don't make another one. It's just a way of being like, look, we've got some kids who can sing a bit.
Franchise. Make money.
Sorry, go back to
Yeah,
so
what other films have
Back.
been...
I was just while he was talking, I was finding out what they were. It was Mr. Turner. Don't know much about that one.
What is that?
And Still Alice, which I believe's got her from Twilight in it.
Oh, no.
No,
What, Kristen Stewart?
That girl, yeah.
That girl. The one that doesn't smile.
Bella.
Yeah, I think I watched a bit of the trailer just to find out what it was. But them 3 films aren't at the cinema yet, and yet they're already leaked in DVD quality, 720p I think it is, on the internet.
Wow.
But they believe it's North Korea, based on the film that's coming out with Seth, what's he called? Seth
Rogen.
He did Fat Lad.
Yeah.
Who does the comedies. And the other one. They're bringing out a film which takes the piss out of Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
And they have to go and assassinate him. Well, the Sony employees had all got a splash screen on the computer saying, you will regret this or something. Actually, I can get it. No, it came up on the screen saying,
Kim Jong-un will eat you.
Hacked by GOP. And then an estimated 11 gigabytes of data was taken from the hard drives, including cast and crew information, passport details of the actors,
That's a bit creepy.
and info on Sony's IT systems. And then a few days later, all these films leaked. So
that's like
Pirate Biz.
this is just getting weird. Like, it's films. It shouldn't have as much of like an impact.
Yeah, well,
and it shouldn't be this like of this much importance for them to spend their
fair
time
though,
like hacking
Pirate
it off.
Biz
I'll be
based in
honest,
North Korea.
right? When I saw the trailer of some sort of that film, I thought it was a bit dodgy. Do you know what I mean? It's still a president of a country
Yeah,
who
that's
we're
true.
not, and we're just taking the piss out of him. This guy may have nuclear weapons. And all this
Yeah.
sort. It's just,
Hey, we're all
I
gonna
just
die
thought,
because
come
we're
on.
pissing
I'd probably
people
just watch
off.
it just because I don't know. It's just whenever anyone takes the mick out of North Korea, it's always funny.
yeah, but you just got to.
I don't think you'd think that if you were
Team
North
America.
Korea.
Exactly.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but who in North Korea?
Were you going to
would
say
really...
who cares about North
No,
Korea?
like, no, but like, well, more like who in North Korea would care about it, because how many of them would even know about it?
Well,
Not many, considering the state of the country.
no.
Do you not know about?
Of course they're going to know about it. Like, they must know that everybody...
Maybe if Kim Jong-un...
that all the like leaders don't like him. They probably don't like him, although I don't know. Like,
Nah, they love him.
just because they live in Korea, they're not like
North Korea.
stupid.
North,
Exactly.
I'm not
Well,
saying they're stupid, I'm just saying that
I know, but you were like,
The-
well, nobody in
Cool.
North Korea knows about it. Of course they do.
they might not. North Korea, you don't understand the propaganda machine.
Well, I do understand the propaganda machine, but...
They can quite easily just kind of pretend like, right, it's in a completely different sphere
Anyway,
from the
this
Western
isn't
world.
about
But
films,
anyway, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't.
You can cut that,
Seth
Rick.
Rogen and James
Yes.
Franco. If I was them, I'd be a little bit
yeah,
worried.
because-
I would.
Because being
Yeah.
causing a lot of trouble anyway.
I think they go a
James
bit
Franco
far,
just wants
and
to
they
cause
think
They
they're
have gone
like,
too far.
like
I do
they're
think
like
they've gone too
class
far.
clowns for the world, and
Yeah.
it's like not everybody.
Their last few films I haven't particularly enjoyed that much. I didn't think they were very funny.
No.
The only James Franco
maybe
film
just
I'd
starting to
ever
run out of
liked
ideas.
was Oz.
Right.
Quite powerful.
Yeah. No, I
I
don't know.
prefer his brother,
Did they do
Dave.
that?
End of the World.
Million Ways to Die in the West. or
No,
something?
that
Who
was
that?
Seth. That was the other
McFarlane,
Seth.
Oh, yeah.
Family Guy.
Did you not like that?
I'd only saw the trailer, but it looked
Yeah, I
horrific.
haven't
so
I actually I thought it was alright.
didn't want to
I actually thought it was
waste
alright.
my brain cells on
But
that
that's
one.
like stupid comedy.
Yeah.
I don't mind a bit of that.
Mm.
Saying that's what they do as well. But it's always about
I
drugs
mean,
and drinking.
yeah,
and-
it's sort of more serious things, like Million Ways to Die in the West. Like, obviously, we don't live like that anymore, so it's
Yeah.
okay to make fun of it. But you know, can't
Yeah.
really go making fun of like
Yeah.
serious stuff like that.
I think
without
it was
expecting some sort of-
at the end of the world or something. There was one of the films. I don't know if that's. What
Oh,
it's
was that the one where all the people
The
played
house
themselves,
party.
like all the celebrities?
Yes.
played
called. Yeah, I think
themselves?
so. A house party and then a
Was
comedy.
it
the
like
end.
was it like Michael Cera or something, like spanked Rihanna or something,
I
and then
don't
she
know.
slapped him?
But I just love. I was watching that the other
Yeah, I
week,
think
and
so.
when Emma Watson's in
Emma
the
Watson's
room
in it,
asleep,
yeah, that's
and they're
right.
all trying to plan her rape, and she comes out, "I heard you," and then steals all the
I didn't
food.
think
Well, I
much of
mean,
that
that's
film.
not a funny thing to joke about either.
Yeah. They
Like,
But
just-
the fact she comes
she's-
out and she goes mental, I'm like, go on!
Like, that's turning her into a joke, though. It's like,
Yeah.
haha, she was going to get raped and now she's angry, haha. It's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, of course she is.
They always do quite well though, and I don't know if it's just they're running out of ideas. Let's
Yeah.
poke fun at the North Korean president. It's just a bit.
Come
weird.
on, be creative with your freaking movie ideas.
The last thing I've got wrote down here is Assassin's Creed was leaked. The game that's apparently planned for Christmas next year is going to be based in Victorian London,
Ooh.
which I've wanted since the first Assassin's Creed. I always thought it would work really well.
Yeah.
Who's Oh crap! Who's playing the lead role again?
I have no idea.
Crap.
What, of Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, in the film.
Oh, in the film?
Yeah, they're making a film.
Are there?
Yeah, I read about that.
I didn't know this.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
I've only ever played the first Assassin's Creed, but I
That
just like
passed me
it.
Oh man.
It's one of them games that makes me really stressed.
Yeah, the second one was the best.
Oh,
like,
games stress
like
me out.
you're so, like I'm always so like tense, like oh he's gonna see me. I have to climb up a rope to get to the top of the building or something, and I'm like.
The first one was alright, the second one kind of just built on that and made that's my personal favourite. And then it went a bit like piratey.
It's a bit like the same game, just in different locations. But
yeah, the new one's glitchy as hell.
Is it?
And it didn't get particularly great.
Which one, the Unity or
Unity? Yeah.
Rogue?
Rogue apparently is alright, but it's old. It's on the old gen, so I probably won't touch that. I'm probably just going to wait for this one now.
There you go. Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender, that's it.
So is they making a film?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing the lead role.
When's it out?
Don't know.
IMDb, our best friend.
It is.
Yeah. No, I didn't know.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Could be terrible.
Could be terrible or it could be good.
Film tie-ins tend to be.
Can't imagine it'll be great. Like, yeah, because as you said, films about video games.
Going both ways. I mean, when you make a game on a film,
it can
they're
work.
usually bad.
Yeah.
King Kong, they had a good game of a film.
That wasn't good.
I thought it was good. That was part of my childhood.
Good.
Damn it.
Childhood? It wasn't that long ago, was it?
2005, yeah. Like maybe.
I feel old.
I feel old. I don't know that was my childhood.
I played through it. I completed it. It was about 5 hours long.
You'd been like 18.
It's like they've made this.
Late
What's it called? Like Disney Infinity or something.
Yeah.
And they've made
Yeah.
What even is that? I always see adverts for it, and I'm
It's
like,
huge.
What
It's
is it?
ridiculous. It's so many people. The kids go mental. Nintendo have just released their own version of it. And you got Skylanders, which is exactly the same. Get the little characters, your little figures.
That cost like 40 quid.
So you've got the collectible kind of pull as well. And then, you put them on a little portal and they go into your game. And this Mario one, I think, is like a kind of fighting, beat 'em up type thing.
Like,
you can put them into other games I learned the other day.
What's that game? Smash Bros.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a good game. I had that for the Wii.
I think it's a bit like that. I don't know. Got a friend, Chris. If he was here, he'd tell you all about it. That's literally all he does on the weekend. He just sit and stuff. Like he sells that. So, and,
nice.
He listens to this as well. Hello, Chris. But
just a shout out there.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed in London. I will probably get that. I don't because I skipped Assassin's Creed last year because I hadn't liked Assassin's Creed 3. And I was going to get it this year because I was about ready for a new one. But then the reviews came in and I'm like,
I won't waste your time on that one.
I'll be definitely ready for a new one next Christmas.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to at Christmas, the new Pokemon game. Not even going to lie, I'm proper excited. I just need to choose whether I'm going to get Ruby or Sapphire.
No.
I've never got into
Literally,
Pokemon.
I've had every single Pokemon game that's came out. Because, by the time I got to, 11 or something, I was like, well, I've got all of these. I may as well get the new one. And then, last year, when, X and Y came out, I was like, I've got all the other ones. I may as well get this one. And now I'm 20.
Still get them.
Still get them.
I don't think it's got an age on it. I mean,
no, I don't think it has.
I've got so many mates who play it. And
I think it's really fun. I'm really excited.
I've just never quite
Pokemon,
never played it. So
I watched every single episode of that as well when I was little.
My friend Dad and me watching them the other week. I was
did
like,
you
no.
Did you ever watch the movie where it was Mewtwo and all?
Yeah, I did. I'm going to go home and watch that.
That was a movie.
And play Pokemon at the same time.
I'm going to go home and get
something
ready
else
for
I did in my
tonight.
childhood.
who are you going to go and see again?
Mark Gatters.
Boom! Again. Name drop. Mark Gatters.
Well, you're gonna. So if it's a Q&A, so you get to ask him questions.
Possibly.
Do you know what questions
Can
you're
you
going to
take me into your
When the fuck am I getting Sherlock back?
Okay. I'd maybe put it in a different way.
Yeah,
than
maybe more polite. He might be like,
Can you give me any spoilers for Doctor Who or
He's
Sherlock?
not gonna do
I would
that,
imagine
is he?
he'd
He's not
say,
gonna do that.
no.
Come on, think of
Imagine
some
if he
questions.
did though, imagine if he told you loads of stuff and you were just like,
What would you ask him?
Get dragged off afterwards and have to sign
just be
NDA.
like, how did you become so successful?
Yeah, that's another thing.
And then he'd be like,
How long are you going to last in Game of Thrones before your head's cut off?
I think I did a quiz for that and I got like never. I've been dead straight off.
Last
yeah, make sure you
minutes.
don't ask him anything that's going to have spoilers in, because then he'd be like, no.
Actually,
You must have a list of questions.
no, because I only found out one was good one. Oh
Come
well.
up with a list.
I'm looking forward to the next series of Game of Thrones. I'm looking forward
Well,
to
he's
that.
signed for
April
that.
time, I think, isn't it?
He's playing a recurrent role in the next series of Game of Thrones.
Can't wait.
And obviously, he's currently doing read-throughs for the special for Sherlock.
Yeah.
He's got a busy schedule.
Right.
He's a busy little guy.
Plus, he'll obviously be writing one of the episodes of Sherlock because he does that every series.
Yeah. Anything else to add? I think that's all the news covered, isn't it? Bond,
Just about.
Terminator, Star
We
Wars,
mentioned
Sony,
Jurassic-
Assassin's Creed. It's been a busy week.
It really has.
Didn't really mention Jurassic World.
I've just read that
Thank you.
Ryan Reynolds is
Didn't
currently
need
finishing the contract for Deadpool.
Who? What?
Ryan Reynolds is.
Is he definitely doing it?
Yeah.
And Reynolds. Oh, what's this about, sorry?
I've just been reading.
It has
What's
to
his
stick
Deadpool?
to what it's. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
closing
If
the
they,
deal
like,
at the
make it
moment.
any
I'm
different,
looking forward to that.
there's no point in making it at all. They should just made a different film.
Yeah.
What's
Like,
this?
Deadpool, like, it has to not be like a 12 or.
No,
you know
it
what I
cannot
mean?
yeah,
be-
it has to
Well,
be 15 or
It
like
says
15
the
minimum.
headline is Ryan Reynolds closing deal to get Deadly and Mouthy as Deadpool.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can
It
do.
better be.
So
like,
it's
Deadpool.
definitely
Like
going to
proper
have a
Deadpool.
higher edge.
if it's not, everyone will be like, oh.
It'll get ripped.
Really
And there's
will.
another massive film for them, which is just.
They're making
is that DC?
it's
That's
Disney like winning
Disney,
again.
sorry, yeah.
It's like Disney's raking in
They're
billions.
gonna take over the
They
world.
really are.
They will make their own army and just take over the United
Let's
States.
think about everything
Canada,
Disney
Mexico.
currently owns. Marvel, Lucasfilms.
It's all they need to take over the world. Isn't it?
They've got the two biggest things
franchise.
under their belt.
Well, next we're going to buy DC as well, and then. Good God.
And they've obviously got Disney, which
Yeah, even like
Disney's
even,
got
like,
Disney.
I think the whole thing for Frozen is still like huge,
They've just-
and it's been out for a year.
they
They're
haven't
doing a
announced-
short for Frozen. It's
Is-
coming out in March.
Is it a year
And
or
they're
is it
planning the
two?
sequel for that.
It was
Should
last
have
year
had that
that
out
it
for
came
Christmas.
out.
Alright.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was 2 years old.
No, it's going crazy.
The voice actress as well has kind of let slip about Frozen 2 as well, hasn't she?
They're
What,
making the
It's
That's
not
second.
it.
officially announced. It's going to happen.
It never,
Yeah.
it never
It's gonna
works
happen.
though. Like when they do with Lion King, they made like
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there was like
the
three. There was like
sequel.
three, and then
The
there was
third
like,
one was
The
it
little
hilarious.
was like
mermaid
1.5
twin as
or
well.
2.5.
Straight to DVD.
Yeah.
God.
Dead.
I don't know. I
Lion
think
King,
they'd,
though.
I think they'd have to be
Yeah.
quite careful to do Frozen 2 because I think
Yeah.
little kids would be like, "No, I want to watch Frozen 1."
Oh no, kids will still love it. But like,
Kids will still go see it.
it just
As
won't make
someone
as
who
much.
did princess parties dressed up as the characters from Frozen, it's insane how much kids love it. Like,
Yeah.
literally.
And
Well,
like,
didn't one
the-
kid cry when they saw?
Yeah, they cried when they saw Olaf because he was human-sized and they thought he was going to be small and cute.
Oh, did you see who turned the
Not
lights
like
on in
shit.
Middlesbrough?
Yeah,
Oh,
when the Christmas
Elsa,
lights got
Anna,
turned
and all
on.
that. Anna was.
I bet
played
it wasn't
by
the
one of my
real
friends.
one.
No, it was someone that I went to school with. Which ruined it. I was like, great, I've seen you for years, I've seen you grow up, and then suddenly you play this character, you ruined it.
And suddenly Elsa. Oh man.
They're actually looking for
when
someone
I
to play Elsa again.
DJ and as kids, it literally that's all I want. I've
Yeah.
got the soundtrack and I just play that. For them. What's that one?
no,
where
nice.
I was
Finish-
singing that yesterday, walking around Middlesbrough freezing. I'm
Finish
like,
other's
the cold never bothered me.
sandwiches.
Love is an open
Yeah.
door. I love that one.
Yeah.
I thought
Love
Frozen
is
was absolutely amazing, like genuinely. I didn't go and see it in the cinema because I thought it was going to be like Brave, and I didn't like Brave because I was like, oh no, it looked too real,
Never
but
watched
not
it.
real enough. It was just weird. But then I watched Frozen, and I was like, yeah,
I kind
I'm
of
a
want to get
princess
back.
forever now.
Never
Yeah.
watched it.
I want to get back into
Shut
Once
up,
Upon a
Liv.
Time to see how
Go watch
they've done the
Frozen.
whole Frozen thing.
It's amazing.
Oh,
That's
that's
it.
another thing
Christmas
Disney are
film
obviously
for you,
making
Liam,
money
what's
off.
Good
Once
God.
Upon a Time for using the
Good
characters.
God.
Oh yeah,
I'm not saying good God film.
go home and watch Frozen.
Also, I did
Hell
that.
yeah.
Guess the film thing, but none of you will have listened to it, have you?
Nope.
I had a sound file on the last one.
Did you? I'm
Yeah.
gonna go and do it.
Yeah. Go and have a listen and then tell me what it is.
Well, the episode's not available.
We'll just pause
Smiling.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
go on.
pause it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've been having troubles.
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
They should.
Jeff Gold.
Right, so what is that
That
from?
was Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
I had no idea.
I got that straight away. And then Liam ruined it, and he said at the end, "Oh, it's Jurassic Park," and I was like, "I got that already," but I was staying quiet to give everyone else a chance.
I would never have got that.
Have you seen it though?
Years ago.
Yeah. It's when they're all sitting around the table and he's trying to get an idea from the lawyers and that if this is going to work. And, my good friend Chris guessed it as well. He told me what it was. The
Another shout out for Chris.
The infamous Chris, our one
Hey,
listener.
Chris.
Hey, Chrissy. I'll do another one. Do you mind? We'll do another one. And, what's this?
1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet.
Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
What's the catch?
The catch. The catch is you will sever every human contact. Nobody will ever know you exist anywhere. Ever. I'll give you the sunrise to think it over.
Hey, is it worth it?
Oh, yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
Right, and then we'll
Find out next time.
find out next week. If there's one next week in the Christmas special.
We need to do it.
Oh, Liam, I've just snapped your pen.
Nah, it's happened when I've used it. Nah, I've done it before.
It was the horrible. Oh.
Oh my god, it's not my pen. Oh my god. I'll get you a new pen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already happened with the pens.
Sorry about that.
We need to say goodbye to our
So, does this
listeners.
conclude the podcast?
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Right.
Thank you.
I'll do my very best to be back next week. We'll be definitely back a lot more after Christmas.
Yes.
Right.
That's smart.
We'll have the means
Yeah.
to. If we're not back next week, have a nice Christmas.
Yay.
Merry
That'd be very
Christmas.
Eat a lot of food and get very fat. And
Merry-
I don't want to get fat. I've started losing weight.
Merry
get fat again for Christmas.
But I feel fat right now.
You have to be fat for Christmas.
No. I finally started losing weight.
It's all about being fat at Christmas. Worry about that in January. That
I
could be
know
a
that
new
I've
year.
started losing weight because my jeans are too big on me now.
Screw New Year's resolutions, who cares? Who even does them?
Well,
Me.
Me?
I'll do them.
well, I technically did, yeah, last year. I said join a gym. I
I
joined
know
the
what my
gym.
New Year's was.
Don't go, but I joined. Right, thanks for listening. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.